Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and today I'm going to show you how I made this little gatefold card that is an A2 sized card, meaning that it fits into the, well, it is a 4¼ by 5½ inch card, and it fits into an A2 sized envelope, which would make sense. But I just think it's really cute. It's kind of fun how it opens. And I like how I did this one with the white here, but I think I'm going to do the other one with the white on the inside and this pattern on the outside. So it'll be a little bit different, but it'll be very similar. And let's go ahead and get started. So to build this part here, I need to take a piece of cardstock that is 5¼ inches by 12 inches. So I have this pattern cardstock, and I am just going to score this at 2 inches from either end. So, or from, well, 2 inches on both ends. Where's my bone folder? So I'm going to score it at 2 inches and then again at 4 inches. And I just said I was going to use the other side, but that's okay. I can still do that. And then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the same thing. So 2 inches and 4 inches. Now I also want to make a cut on this on each side at an angle. And I want to do that by measuring 2½ inches. And then I just put a little pencil mark. And you know what, I'm going to flip this over since I'm going to use this side. This will be easier to see too. So 2½ inches, I'm going to put a little pencil mark on both ends. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from the first score line to that pencil mark using my cutter. I can kind of look at it, and then it has the wire so I can kind of see a little bit where it's going to cut. Once I have it where I want it, I'm just going to cut that piece right off. And same with the other side. Cut that piece right off. I'm going to be using that quite a bit, but to fold this, we fold both the ends in, and I'm just going to burnish the ends so the 4 inch score line gets folded in and the 2 inch score line gets folded outward. So this is called a mountain fold and a valley fold. And then I'm going to do the opposite over here with, well, same thing, but instead of, so mountain, valley, valley, mountain. So make this one a valley fold. And then make this one a mountain fold. And am I doing this the same way I did that one? Yes, I am. Oops, I lied. Here we go. This is the way I want it. Okay. So mountain, valley, valley, mountain. It's going to open like this. And then I'm going to take these little squares here and put them on the outside of this, opposite what the top is, just to give it a little color and to not waste. I saw someone else do that and I thought, oh, that's a good idea. I don't know that I've ever done that before on this card, but I thought it was kind of a cute idea not to waste these little triangles. And it gives it a little more color on the front, or a little different pattern on the front. Now you could use I'm just going to say, I think you'd prefer to use double-sided paper on this. You don't want, I think you would want it to be double-sided. If you had one side and the other side was white, unless you wanted that look of white, I would say double-sided is the way to go. So there we go, we have this ready. Now I'm going to put this on a base that measures the same size as an A2 card, which is again 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm using green because I'm sending this out for March. It's going to be kind of a St. Patrick's Day card. So this is going to fit right in the center of my green cardstock. Now, while I have my cutter out and cardstock out, let's go ahead and cut everything else that I need, and I will put the dimensions below. I need to move my glue so I can tell you exactly what we need. So that was the 5 1/4 by 12. That was the designer paper that we used, or the pattern paper that we used. And then I also want just regular cardstock to be cut, like I said, at the 5 1/4, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then I also need a piece that measures 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So I'm going to just measure 3 1/2 here. And then I'm going to do 4 3/4. And this is going to give us a layer for the inside. And then I also want one that measures 3 by 3. And this is going to be a layer for the outside of the card. And then I did pre-cut. Okay, there. I'm like, I know I did this. I did pre-cut my white cardstock for the inside, and I went ahead and stamped it. And this measures 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Again, I will put all of these below. And then I have a piece of white that measures 2 3/4 square. So this will go on top of this little guy. And then you need extra white to do whatever image you want on front. And I'm just going to use this little cute mouse. But then I need one more piece of white to go. Well, I don't really know if I need it for this one. I was going to layer white in the background, but because this has a white background, I think for this card I could probably skip it. For my example card, you'll see I used a white layer, then a green layer, then a white layer. So this layer would measure 5 by 3 3/4. So I will go ahead and put those layers on the description box, but I'm not using them for this card, and use whatever you feel like you need to. I think that this card, it doesn't need that. So let me put this back up there. And I just colored him in with some alcohol markers, and I used some green ink to stamp my shamrock, and I am using a stamp kit. Oh goodness, what did I even do with it? My desk is a mess right now. By 4 Leaf Clover. It is Anita Jeram Colorado Craft. So if you are interested, here is the name of the stamp set. All right, so let's go ahead and put this together. The hard part is done just with this fold, this little magical fold. I'm going to put this inside piece on first. I'm just using my art glitter glue. I'm going to put that right down in the middle, just eyeballing it. Well, that's a little crooked. One of the things about glue is that you usually can reposition it. This one doesn't really want to be repositioned, so I'll add some more glue, but at least it popped up easily without ripping anything. So let's lay this down again. There we go, I like that a little better. And then my inside. This would be what you would put your sentiment on or your note. And then I need my outside one, and for this one I'm going to go ahead and close the card, and then this needs to be diagonal on here, and so I know that I want these 2 points lined up with the middle of this card. And sometimes I have noticed when I was making this that the card sticks out past, well, I guess, oh, not always, sorry, I don't have the back on. If I had this on here, which I will soon, I want to make sure that these points don't stick out further than that. Now, if you've measured correctly, it shouldn't, but I have had it where it's kind of gone a little wobbly and like one side has stuck out a little further. I don't want that, so I would push it in even if it meant that it wasn't totally centered, because it's not going to fit in the envelope if you do that. So this one seems to fit just fine, so I'm just going to put glue on half of my square in a triangle. And you only want it on half because you want to be able to open this thing. And then I'm just going to kind of eyeball it where I want it in the middle there and centered here. So it's easy to line it up with the line, and then I just kind of measure it in the middle of the card this way. And having that extra piece kind of helps eyeball that a little bit. And let's go ahead and put this onto the back of the card. So I'm going to just glue this down. And this is pretty thick cardstock, so you might want to double up on the glue, or just know that you want to use strong adhesive. And I'm just going to center this in the middle of the card. And it's fun to kind of play with colors on this too, because you could make this a different color. I stuck with green because St. Patrick's Day. Excuse me. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my shamrocked cardstock down, and I just inked up my shamrocks and put those, or the clovers, I just stamped them randomly. And then this should fit right in the middle. And I took my little image of the cute mouse holding the clover, and I'm going to pop dot him just by using some of my little pop dots, if I can get it off. Goodness gracious. Put one up here, one over here. Use as many or as little as you want. I have these small ones, and I tend to like the small pop dots because I find myself cutting down the large ones to fit specific areas. So the small ones seem to fit a little better, or they're just more versatile for me. And I think I found these at Hobby Lobby. I've also ordered some from Amazon. But they are foam adhesive squares. Okay, so once you have all the backs off, I'm just going to put this down in the center or wherever you want it. And you certainly don't have to make it pop, but I thought it was fun. And the card isn't too thick anyway, so I thought it made it all right. And then I should be able to open this without any problem. And it just pulls open like this, and I just think it's really cute. Kind of gives you a different look, but it's really pretty easy to make. So that is the card for today. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it. This is called a Gatefold card. So I've done two, one each direction of the cardstock. But yeah, very fun, very easy, and I hope you guys try it. And I had fun coloring these. I used my alcohol markers for that. So there you go. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.